Ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. So here's the crusher Sergey Kovalev, 183 centimeters tall with a reach of 184 centimeters. And he'll be up against... Here comes the man known as Crusher, Saul Canelo Alvarez. The Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Russia, here is the three-time light heavyweight champion of the world, the hard-hitting Sergey Crusher Kovalev.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
The wait is over.
All right. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted. It's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Misses with the jab. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. Will get knocked out. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching every move, that every twitch.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
We'd like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Kovalev is hurt. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs to knock out without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
What do we expect to see here in round two? After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Look how that straight's affecting them. Insane action. It's bombs away. Both men step back for just a moment. These punches coming from every angle. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Clean jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. There's a counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt.
Nice round. On to the third. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
Straight right just misses. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little fake with him, pickpocket him.
like to see more jabs. The jab not finding its target. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Listen,
Kovalev that last round.
what do you do?
Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Because he's going to be confident. All you to go back out there.
Back at it in round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
The straight right just misses. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kovalev that last
He
round.
completely
That was
switched up.
almost
Get your
a
mind
10-8
back on
round.
the job.
Complete
That was a
dominance.
terrible round, that
Leave it
was.
up to
Come
the
on.
judges.
You
It's
let
up
him
to
back
you
into
as
the
a
fight.
fighter.
You're
And
much
the
better than
cornerman's
that,
gotta
Doc.
put a
Okay, I'm happy.
firecracker
I like
on
that
the
round.
fighter. Get
Good
out there and
work.
get the job done.
Doing good, kid.
Get your boxing back together. Right. Let's go at it.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next.
Don't worry about that. Yes, I like that round, dude.
This is the beginning of round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Counter punches have to hurt. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good straight left. These two fighters are made for one another. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He missed with that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You'd like to see more jabs. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye.
Let him back into the fight.
Round 7, here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won it hands down.
That jab misses. Both men step back for just a moment. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Kovalev is dazed. Sergey Kovalev goes down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, four, five, and you continue.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Good counter punching. It's been all one-way traffic with... Whoa, wait a minute! We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Loved the response, though. Got back up. Took a deep breath. Thought, right. Brush it off. Get on with the job.
Slick. And win this round, all right? It's only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it. That right hand's beautiful. Beautiful. That's it.
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You'd like to see more jabs. hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Both men step back for just a moment. Output. Thought there might be more action. Hold it right there. Uh-oh, the Crusher in trouble. Down goes Kovalev. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Kovalev that last round.
Big deep
He's
breath.
been knocked
Big deep
down,
breath.
but at least
Calm
not
yourself
knocked
down,
out
calm
yet.
yourself
You've been
down.
put down.
Breathe,
You've got to
breathe.
think right.
You done all that
Survive
work
and then
all
give
way
it back
through
the next
camp,
round.
And now you're gonna go. Great round. Great round. Now relax. Relax. Don, and get your boxing back together. Get your mind back on the job.
And there's the bell for round 9. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Good counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
This is a high-octane battle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
That uppercut can't get through. like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
This fight's not over yet. You gotta go back out there
Come on, bro.
and win this round. Yeah,
It's round 10, so the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
A perfect counter shot. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
God, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice job blocking the hook. Oh, wait a minute. The Crusher might be ready to go down. And the Crusher goes down. We watch it again one more time. Appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is God. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.